consensus around the panel seems to be that the IPL will not be the same again. Shailendra, do you accept when you have too many netas, you're going to get basically a public sector event?
Well, Barkha, just to clarify the Neta issue, I think out of the 39 sporting federations in India, if I'm not wrong, 38 are run by politicians. So that is a clear indication of what the government wishes to do with sport in this country, which is fine, I think, if they sort of ably manage this, affair. But I think the crucial point, Barkha, while I agree with every panelist, I've actually enjoyed what they've said, because it leads to interesting controversy and great speculation and guesstimation, and that is what it sells in this country. Every controversy makes what is being discussed popular. Now, just to think about it a bit more deeply, Barkha, the fact of the matter is that I think the true stakeholders are not Rajasthan Royals and Punjab Kings 11, etc., etc., etc. The true stakeholders are the citizens of this country. The citizens of this country had actually invested in IPL, and therefore the accountability and transparency on behalf of BCCI is for the citizens of this nation. Now, I think, IPL 3, I mean, the climax, you had Nalit Modi being sacked. So IPL 4 has a great chance, as long as BCCI...
Is Mr. Srinivasan going to be sacked at the end of IPL 4, you think?
No, I think, I'll tell you what, Barkha, you need communication from BCCI. I mean, you can build bridges between countries with communication. They don't have an official spokesperson. I mean, they're relying too much on Dhoni and Sachin for the glory to ensure that PR of BCCI is well maintained. Secondly, I think Barkha have one strong solution. If the BCCI realizes that their true stakeholder is a citizen of this country, maybe IPL should be listed.
Okay, I have to interrupt you because I've got Mukul here giggling next to me about this business of the citizen being invested.
It's a piece of popcorn you eat.
Without TRPs, you do not get sponsors, my friend. And TRPs comes from viewership, and viewership comes from consumption. So I mean, get a reality check.
It is all about consumption. The people you're talking about as investors are not the citizens of this country. They're the money bags of this country. So let's not conflate the citizens of the country with nabobs over here. So you can't have it both ways. One moment you say stakeholders, this lovely resonant word, which makes everything seem sort of moral and rounded and wonderful. There are no stakeholders apart from the people who invested money in it.
I think you should invest in IPL.
Okay, guys, one at a time. Shailendra, I'll come back to you.
Well, in an ideal world, certainly a utopian world such as will not exist in our lifetimes.
Is there such a human being who has the flair, the flamboyance, the drama, the Machiavellian sort of cleverness, and is very clean and has a lot of integrity?
I think, Barkha, there's a small point I want to make.
Yeah.
Barkha, Test cricket and one-day cricket was bringing in revenues of about 1,000 crores. IPL has multiplied that to nearly about $2 billion US. The consumers want IPL, the sponsors want IPL. Media wants IPL. I think we should take a leaf out of Mr. Manmohan Singh's suggestion today. Transparency. He's requested the cabinet ministers to be transparent. I think BCCI needs to be transparent. Get on with the act. Make IPL 4 even more successful. That's what the whole world and India wants.
Okay. How do you regulate without government? And then the old mantra used to be less government is better for sports. But in the end, you look towards institutions of the state to take charge. That's what we did in the Commonwealth Games.
Look, I think, both points. First of all, just to clarify the initial point, Barkha, that I think, a doctor can't be a lawyer, and an architect cannot be a lawyer, and a lawyer cannot be a doctor. So I think, sporting professionals must run sports in this country, to be honest. We are the youngest nation in the world, and we have got immense potential to be a sporting country. And sporting country just doesn't drain money, actually. It brings in tourism, brings in employment, and it's great opportunity. Australia and South Africa are standing examples as nations who are custom-built sporting nations. So there is like she correctly just suggested, that it is all about regulation. I mean, my instant solution, like I suggested earlier, is that why not? Because look, there's been a lot of muck in IPL. It's a great product that all of us want, to exist and happen. I think maybe a solution is an IPO, list IPL. Obviously, it'll bring in regulation, transparency, governance. It'll bring in all systems in place. Because I think while BCCI is trying to clean up the mess, but the fact of the matter is that the mess is a bit too deep, because nobody expected such a huge amount of success in IPL. So it's going to take a bit of time, but honestly, maybe an IPO or listing of IPL at the stock market possibly could bring in a lot more governance and transparency.
Always hope. Mukul Kesavan and Mahesh Jethmalani, Sharda Ugra, Shailendra Singh, and of course Akash, thank you so much for your time on the Buck Stops here tonight. That brings us to a close.